Good morning, everyone. Well, in today's class, students, let me remind you, we completed the first chapter of English literature, The Farmer Who Became a Doctor. Or rather, what was the topic? The Farmer Who Became a Doctor, okay? We've done the topic, we have done the comprehension part, we've done the questions, filling the blanks and all. Now, today we move on to the language part of it. We'll do the exercises from page number 9 to 14, okay? Now we'll start with page number 9. Like you can see over here, vocabulary. We begin with synonyms today, as it is written over here. The definition of synonym is, a synonym is a word or group of words that has nearly the same meaning as another word or group of words. That means two or more words meaning same. Those will be called as synonym. We can take the example from here. There was mayhem in the palace as soon as the king gave orders to find the ring. The word we are talking about over here is mayhem. Another word which has a similar meaning as mayhem would be chaos. There was chaos in the palace as soon as the king gave orders to find the ring. Now you can see both these words have same meaning. Words having similar meaning will be called as synonym. Okay. We have few examples over here. In this exercise, exercise A, you have to match signboard, fulfill, price, all these words with the correct synonym over here. Now I've done it for you, but still you can see it once again. The word signboard, what would be the synonym of the word signboard? Price, frightened, cost, generously, or achieve. I don't think so. So the right one is going to be banner. A number of times you must have come across this word banner, that a banner was hung over there or a signboard was hung over there. So signboard and banner will have similar meaning. That means signboard is the synonym of banner, or it could be the other way around. Banner is the synonym of signboard. Similarly, fulfill, synonym of fulfill would be achieve. Synonym of price would be cost. Synonym of reward, prize again. Now see the difference. This is price and this is prize. Get your pronunciation correct. Price, CE, prize, ZE. Terrified, the synonym of terrified would be frightened, and synonym of handsomely would be generously. If you remember, the king rewarded him handsomely, or we could say the king rewarded him generously. So this side is the synonym of this side. You just need to match the following. Now, exercise B says complete the sentences with the correct words from exercise A. I've done it over here. You can just see it. The dash man started crying. Now, from here you can pick up the words. Which word is going to fit perfectly well over here? The dash man started crying. Obviously, it won't be the signboard man started crying. Has to be the terrified man started crying, because then this sentence makes complete sense. If you remember your exercise in the chapter sentence, a sentence is a group of words which makes complete sense. So the terrified man started crying. This makes complete sense. Similarly, you can fill this up over here the way I have done it. These shirts range in price from 300 to over 1000. One thing which I can say, students, without actually seeing this, if you try and do it yourself first, and then you can check with the word which is written over here. Okay. Then we move on to page number 10. Okay. Now here we are doing a little bit of grammar. Again, the chapter is on sentence. A sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. You remember yours? Right. Now we are talking about the 4 types of sentences. The first one is interrogative, exclamatory, imperative, assertive, or declarative. These are the 4 kinds of sentence that we have. Now, how do we find out whether a sentence is interrogative or it is exclamatory or the other variety? If the sentence is interrogative, it means in the conversation there will be a question. We are talking about who, what, when, how, such kind of question is being asked. And in the end, the sentence will have a question mark, the sign of a question mark. This means that the sentence is interrogative, right? The second kind, exclamatory sentence. Now, when a sentence is exclamatory, it means that it expresses a strong feeling. It has to be a strong feeling. It could, you can say, it expresses extreme happiness or extreme pity, something like a very extreme emotion. Then it is called as exclamatory sentence, and it ends with the exclamatory mark. The third kind of sentence is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence means a sentence when it gives you the feeling that in that particular sentence either an order is being given, or a request is being made, or an advice is being given. Either of the three is being done, then that sentence will come in the category of imperative sentence. The fourth one, assertive or declarative sentence. This is the most simplest of all because it simply denotes a statement, a simple line, a simple feeling. Then it is an assertive or a declarative sentence. This ends with a full stop. Now the sign with which it ends, the interrogative ends with a question mark, exclamatory ends with a exclamatory mark, the imperative and the assertive sentence ends with a full stop. Now there is a catch, students. Sometimes it becomes difficult. You might ask me, ma'am, if a sentence has both, in both the sentences there is a full stop in the end, how do we find out whether it is imperative sentence or it's a assertive sentence? Then the catch is, which I just told you, that will be an imperative sentence which has either an order or a request being made or an advice which is being given. And it will be an assertive or declarative when only a simple statement is being given. When we go through the example, then it's going to be much clearer. Let's go through the example which is given over here itself. Now the messenger says, do you know there is a detective in our kingdom? What do you think? There is a question is being asked over here. Do you know there is a detective in our kingdom? Do you know? It's a question. So it has to be an interrogative question. Interrogative sentence. The second one, how lucky we are to find one when we most need one. It expresses happiness. How lucky we are. Feeling of extreme happiness. Very pleased to find someone when I need somebody most. Then it is going to be an exclamatory sentence. See, there is an exclamation mark in the end also. This mark will also tell you that the sentence is exclamatory sentence. The third one, ask him to find my horses. What do you think this is? Ask him to find my horses. Just hold on for a second, student. Okay, once again, ask him to find my horses. Is it a simple, see there is a simple full stop over here. Does it mean that it is a assertive sentence? It is not. It's actually an imperative sentence. Reason? Ask him to find my horses. Order, request or advice. What do you think? Ask him to find my horses. The king is saying, the king is giving the sentence. So obviously he is not going to request anybody. He is not going to advise someone. I mean, he can advise, but he will not request someone. It's going to be an order. So ask him to find my horses simply means the sentence over here refers to an order. So it will be an imperative sentence. The fourth sentence, I'll reward him handsomely. A simple statement is being made. I'll reward him handsomely. So this means it is a declarative sentence. Clear? Now we move on to, one second. There was some issue with the laptop. Okay. We move on to the next exercise. Read the sentence and write their types. Also correct the punctuation mark at the end of each sentence. Suppose we do the first one. Such pleasant weather. Such pleasant weather. This is already done. This has a full stop over here. Such pleasant weather expresses happiness. It's a strong feeling. So there'll be an exclamatory mark in the end and it'll come in the category of exclamatory sentence. Second, we wear cotton clothes in summer. This has got an exclamatory mark. But this sounds like a very simple statement. We wear cotton clothes in summer. Simple. No extreme feeling is being expressed over here. So the correct punctuation mark will be a full stop and will come in the category of assertive sentence. Assertive or declarative sentence. Please switch on the fan. This has a question mark. Please switch on the fan. The word please itself means that it's a request. So this becomes imperative sentence and instead of question mark, there'll be a full stop over here. Do you like eating mangoes? It's a question. So a question mark and this is interrogative sentence. I don't like pizzas and burgers. There's a question mark in the end. I don't like pizzas and burgers. How can it be a question mark? Because I am simply giving a statement. So the correct punctuation mark will be a full stop and it is an assertive or a declarative sentence. What a beautiful bird that is. Again, expressing a strong feeling. What a beautiful bird. So instead of a question mark, the exclamatory mark will be over here because it's an exclamatory sentence. Where has she gone? Now, where has she gone? You're asking a question. So, a question mark, interrogative sentence. Don't open the cupboard. It's a question mark over here. But what does this suggest? Don't open the cupboard. It is an order. Don't open the cupboard. So, it is going to be imperative sentence. And instead of a question mark, it will be a full stop. So, you get an idea how you can actually differentiate between the imperative, interrogatory and the other sentences. You have another exercise over here. Abir, have you been to Amer Fort? What would be the sign? Have you been to Amer Fort? He's asking a question. So, a question mark. No, please tell me all about it. Please tell me all about it. See, the word please itself suggests it's a request that the person is making. So, a full stop and request. So, it is imperative sentence. You must go there, Ria. You must go there. A request is not being made. A simple advice or a suggestion is being made. So, the sign will be a full stop and it is imperative. Such a majestic fort it is. Extreme happiness, feeling of extreme happiness. You are actually appreciating it. So, an exclamatory mark. It is located on a hill and is a major tourist attraction. Has to have a full stop because this simply tells you about a statement. So, this is assertive or declarative sentence. I read long ago that there is a lake nearby the fort. Simple full stop because this is a statement. So, assertive or declarative. Is this lake the main source of water for the fort? It's a question. Is this lake? So, it's a question and therefore the question mark, interrogative sentence. Yes, you're right, Ria. Assertive or declarative because this is just a statement. This is an answer which is given. Yes, you're right. Not extreme happiness, not a question. So, simply a statement. What is its name? Again, a question. So, interrogative. It's called the Mota Lake. It is an assertive sentence. So, simple full stop. Clear? Next, we move on to another page. Okay. Complete these sentences in your own words and use the punctuation mark correctly. Now, I have done it over here, students. You can just go through it. I'm sure you can make your own sentences. This sentence is only for an example. So, I'll just give you the first one as an example. You can note it down. Has Mohit finished his homework? Has Mohit finished his work? There will be a question mark because it is an interrogative question. Amrita is learning her lesson. Simple statement, full stop, assertive. What a beautiful flower. Exclamatory, so an exclamatory mark. Please don't disturb me. Full stop because it is imperative. A simple statement. Is the tiger running after the deer? Question mark because it's a question, so interrogative question. Salim can sing well. Simple statement, assertive, and a full stop. Ouch, I've hurt my knee. Exclamatory mark. Why? Because this is expressing some kind of feeling. So, an exclamatory mark. Asking to meet me. Imperative. This is an order. Ask him to meet me. Just like a principal ma'am would tell you, ask the student to come to my office. So, this becomes imperative. Right, now we move on to the next one. Now, over here, student, this is actually looking into the dictionary where you can find that one word will have multiple meanings, where the same word is used as a noun and a verb also. One word could be used as a noun, the same word could be used as a verb itself. Many times when we have to see whether it is used as a noun or a verb, we look into the dictionary. Now, over here, like you can see it in the picture, this is the way the word is given in the dictionary. Now it is just that when you come in the classroom, when we have regular classes later on, then maybe someday we can get the dictionary and I'll tell you in detail how to look in the dictionary. Now we can just take an example from here and try and understand it in this way. Suppose the statement says, state your price. Another sentence, Mizoram is a state in the northeast of India. Now you can see the word remains the same, but the meaning is different. State your price means tell your price. This state over here is telling you about an action, so it's a verb. Mizoram is a state in the northeast of India. This becomes a noun or a common noun, you can say, right? So if you have to look in the dictionary, then you will find it like this. You will go in the word state. Just beside this word, if you see it over here, student, this is actually the pronunciation or the phonetic symbols. Along with the phonetic, this actually tells us how the word state needs to be pronounced. Now, state is a very simple word which you have been using it again and again. So you actually know how to pronounce. But we are not aware of all the words in the dictionary. There are very difficult words also and words which we do not know how to pronounce. So for those cases, the way it is written over here, this is the way the word will be pronounced, and these are the phonetic symbols in it, right? Now we will not go into the detail of the phonetic symbol because this is something very different and difficult, but yes, when we come to the classroom and when you get the dictionary, then I can always tell you how to look for the pronunciation. So the word state, then the pronunciation, and beside that it will be written as noun, verb or whatever. Okay, you just go through this. Now we come to this table. Suppose the word is given, there is this table, and you have to put a tick mark whether the word is a noun or a verb or whether it is comes in the category of both. Now suppose the word pass. Pass is both noun and verb. So you put a tick mark over here. In case of pass, you can say, students, like he gave me a pass to attend the concert. So pass becomes a noun, a thing. Or if you're using it as verb, suppose the sentence says to move past something to the other side. Let's say the road is so narrow that cars were unable to pass. It denotes action. Likewise, it is best that you make a sentence and try and find out whether the word is expressing some kind of action, then it becomes a verb. If it is expressing some kind of noun, some kind of, you can say the name or place or thing or something, then it becomes a noun. Let's say the second one, sign. This is both a noun and a verb. If you use it in the sentence, his sign is very bold, so it becomes a noun. Or you need to sign the checkbook, then it becomes a verb. You can simply see the difference. See, whenever the reference is towards an action, it becomes a verb. Whenever the reference is towards a thing or an idea, then it becomes noun. The word sell sounds very different, but yes, it is both. Most of the time we use it as a noun, we use it as a verb, but sell is also for noun. For example, you can say we offered them a good price for their car, but they wouldn't sell. So this will be verb. And if you use it as a noun, you can say we waited for the month of the release of this movie, but it wasn't a real cell. Now over here the meaning is actually very different. It means it is not as it was expected. Many times you feel that okay, you've been waiting for a movie, such a great movie, but when you go and when you watch it, then you find that it was not a cell. It was not worth it. It was not a real cell, meaning it was not that worth it. So it could be used as a noun. Suspicion is used as a noun. Steal for both. Luck, punish, inform. This I am not giving you the actual reason, because you yourself should see in the dictionary and you will find out how both words are used. How the same word is used as a noun and it is used as a verb also. Then we come to pronunciation. Okay. Now in this particular exercise, we find students, like in the case of this verb enough, you will find that this ends with O-U-G-H. The word enough ends with a group of letters O-U-G-H, but we say the word aloud as enough. See, O-U-G-H, but we end it up in the pronunciation as F, enough, not as enough or not as enough, enough. We pronounce it as enough. This means a number of times we do not pronounce the word the way it is written. Okay, so we have similar examples like enough, the end is F, or tough, again the end is F. But if we take this example, bow, B-O-U-G-H, again the last letters are O-U-G-H, but it is pronounced as bow. What actually means as bow? It's a large branch of a tree. Now, it sounds very difficult, of course, but yes, sometimes the letters remains the same, but we actually don't pronounce the words in the way it is written. Many times it happens. There are certain reasons in grammar, but we are not going to go in detail. Over here, you can simply see in the exercise, write two words ending with O-U-G-H, enough, and tough and laugh, the end is with F. But in case of bow, like I've written it over here, example could be plow, slough, but the same O-U-G-H is pronounced as slough. Okay, bow, slough. See, the same O-U-G-H, but over here it ends with F, but over here the pronunciation is bow. Very different. So these are peculiarities of English language, you can say. Now in this exercise, students, you need not do this one. We just come to the last one. The video is getting very long, so I'll quickly wind up. We are talking about the paragraph. I'm sure you must have written a number of paragraphs. The paragraph basically it's actually a group of sentences about a specific topic. If you are given, let's say if you are writing an essay, you write different paragraphs. But if you have to write just one paragraph, then it is about one particular topic, about just one idea. Now this paragraph will have three parts: the topic sentence, the supporting sentences, and the concluding sentence. See, we find that construction of a paragraph begins with the topical sentence, which clearly states the subject, the line which actually states what you're talking about. The supporting sentence means all the sentences which will follow, those sentences will support the main sentence. We are actually talking about the same idea. And concluding sentence in the end means that summarizes the topic, gives it a fitting conclusion. So you have an exercise over here, write 80 to 100, which I have done it for you. But yes, you can also write on your own. You can see that there is a sample paragraph which I have written. One second. Now over here, the exercise was that you need to write a paragraph what you want to be when you grow up, and give the paragraph a suitable title. So I've just done it over here. Can you see it clearly? Okay. When I grow up, I want to be an army officer, and I've titled it as soldier. I want to be a soldier. I want to be an army officer. I love watching the tanks, missiles, fighter planes, mainly in the Republic Day parade. It instills a spirit of patriotism in me. This life is full of dedication and adventure at the same time. The amount of job satisfaction is far more than any other job in the world. Wearing the achievement in the form of medals that is put on the uniform every day is far what is it? Is far better than the certificates framed on the wall. If I die serving my country, either during war or while attending any civil emergency duties, my body will be wrapped in the Indian tricolor, which will rest my soul in peace. Now, this one piece I have written for you, but you can also write it on your own. Now, just for your understanding, the first line, when I grew up, I want to be an army officer, this actually is the topical line, right? This is what we are talking about. The remaining line, students, we are talking about an army officer's life over here. That you like the tanks, missiles, fighter planes and all. It instills a spirit of patriotism, or you can say the job has a lot of adventure in it, or there's a lot of job satisfaction. The medals that you wear, that gives you pride. And in the end, all these lines in the middle, this will be called as the supporting sentences. And in the end, this is going to be the concluding one. If I die serving my country, either during war or while attending any civil emergency, then this is the best moment in my life. This is going to be the most heroic moment in my life, that my soul will be wrapped in the Indian tricolor. Now, this again is related to the army officer. So you can see, student, just one idea is talked about in the entire paragraph. So this was it for today. Thank you.